Hello, everybody, and welcome to Catching Tales. I'm Hezru,
I
and
am Lunmie.
hi, Lumi.
I'm cutting you off there so you don't forget me. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on.
Well, I don't know. I didn't forget you. But we also have a special guest today. We have PixelPrecious.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, welcome. Pixel is a variety streamer
Mm,
on Twitch. She streamed Perler Beating, and she's played games such as Tales of Vesperia, Final Fantasy IX, Cafe Enchanté, and more. So how are you doing, Pixel?
I'm doing good. How are you guys? Thank you for the lovely introduction.
You're welcome.
Do you have more you would like to add to your own introduction?
No, I'm generally very bad at introducing myself, so Hezru probably did a better job than I ever could.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I, I wrote my one sentence.
Still
Very
better.
good.
Yeah, so I guess for if there's anyone listening who doesn't know, um, we, I guess, how did we run into each other? I think you and Lumi found each other first, right?
Yes. Well, one of my mods, well, even before he was my mod, he stopped around the stream a lot, Necro, and he kept telling me there was somebody that he thinks I would get along with.
Uh,
Somebody who streamed DMC mostly. But she was very cool and down to earth. And I was like, oh, okay, I should probably check her out. But I keep forgetting because I have a horrible memory. And then,
That's nice that he said that.
yeah, I don't remember if we raided you or maybe I just stopped by. But I
It's
remember
funny.
but I remember I did stop by Lunmie stream. And then, yeah, she was very cool and very funny and had a cute laugh. So I was like, all right, follow.
that's
I
awesome.
also remember that.
Mm.
That it's funny because I've been editing. Or I've been going through like really old recordings, like way back, pretty much. And I have like the dates for it. It was like March ish of 2019 was like the first time that Necro like showed up in my stream. And yeah, it was when I was streaming Devil May Cry. And it was so funny because like I'm really bad at those games and I kept dying a lot. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a friend who also dies a lot in video games." Huh? Okay.
That's how he
Uh,
introduces his friends.
Yes.
yeah, and I stopped by Pixel stream a few times and we just started like watching each other's streams. And
Mm.
then now here we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was also nice because we were both like female streamers, and I felt,
Mm.
I don't know, I guess we both kind of related to each other a bit.
Yeah, and at the time I was very um kind of new to Twitch. I used to watch Twitch like many years ago, but then when I started streaming, I hadn't been on Twitch in a long time, so like I didn't even know like where to start in terms of like finding people and watching streams and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah,
I see. Yeah, that's cool. I yeah, I guess for me, I'm kind of late to the game on Twitch, in a sense. But I remember seeing Pixel on Lunmie's like monitor.
oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
probably when I'm just like watching and then you come by in the room.
Yeah. So I
Mm.
remember she was. I think you were perler beating. You were doing a perler beating stream. And I walked by. I saw Lumi watching, and I think you were Lumi. You were just starting to get into streaming, and so I was just like curious. I was like, "Oh, you're watching somebody. Who are you watching?" Uh, and then Lumi was just telling me about Pixel, and I think I followed you, Pixel.
I
But
actually remember that stream. That
oh,
I'll
really?
wait till you finish and then I'll add on to it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I can't quite remember. I think I followed, and then but I wasn't really active on Twitch at the time, so it was just purely, I think, just through that one time. But if you have a story to share on that, because I don't quite remember all the details.
Oh, I remember because Lunmie was in the stream, but you popped in. And then I didn't know who you were. I thought you were like just like somebody new. And then I don't remember if it was Lunmie or somebody else, but they said, "Oh, Hezru is Lunmie's brother." And I was like, "Oh my God, hi Hezru." I guess I got like more excited. And at the time we did song requests. And then I think Ben put in like a classic
Oh,
like a C-pop song.
Oh,
yeah.
And
yeah.
then you started talking about how you love the song, and then I was like, "Oh my God, I listened to the song too." And then we started talking about like all the songs we grew up on, and then you put in more song requests, and then we just like reminisced, I think, about like the olden days or something,
Yeah.
because we realized we were both kind of older.
The olden days.
But yeah,
You're right. You're right. I remember that now.
yeah, talked a lot about like I think Taiwanese pop maybe, or like
Yeah.
Taiwanese dramas. Yeah.
Funny because when I was watching Pixel and getting to know Pixel, and and Ben also, and as I was talking to him and learning about like all of the music they like and like their interests, I'm like, huh, I think Hezru would get along with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're around the same age, so I think that helps a little.
Mhm. Well, I know me and you are the same age. I think Ben is a year younger than
That
us.
is, yeah, close
Yeah.
enough.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think I followed and I hung out, I think maybe for a stream or two, but then I wasn't on Twitch that much. Uh, and I started streaming recently and I started hanging out with you guys more.
Mhm.
And and yeah, I don't know, you're just really cool, Pixel.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy hanging out in your streams. It's just good, wholesome fun anytime
Mhm.
I'm in your stream.
Is it okay if I have a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Hezru mentioned he wasn't on Twitch that much before.
Mhm.
So what changed that?
Oh, so I guess I started going on Twitch fairly recently because, well, I was quarantining because I had gotten sick with COVID. um,
Hmm.
so I was literally in my room because I live with my family and I didn't want to transmit it to my family. I was literally in my room like every day for a while. And I took time off from work because I wasn't feeling well. So then I was like, I want to do something. I was like watching a lot of videos and whatnot and shows, and then I was like, maybe I'll watch some Twitch too because I know Lumi's been at it with the streaming and stuff for a while. And then I don't know, I just like I got on there, started chatting with people, and it was just fun. Um, so I don't know. In terms of why I got on Twitch more, I think I just had fun chatting with people. Um, and as for why I started streaming, I think I always wanted to stream in a sense. I tried it a long time ago. I don't know how many people actually know that.
I didn't know that.
Lumian, I think, knows. I tried
Yeah, that's
streaming
like years ago.
back in like 2015 ish. And I actually stopped streaming because I got really fed up with uh, essentially what is now commonly known as backseating.
Oh, yeah, I hate that too. There are certain games I quit because of that.
Yeah. What's interesting is I think at the time that wasn't even a term yet.
Hmm.
But I just got a lot of people coming into my stream like, hey, you should do things this way. And I'm like,
Hmm.
cool, thanks. I'm just trying to play the game. um so yeah, and I think Twitch back then wasn't as I think it didn't have as broad of an audience, maybe. Like it was very game focused.
Mm.
Um so yeah, I don't know. I tried it once upon a time. and seeing how what kind of cool communities are out there today, and meeting people like you was really, I don't know, kind of motivational for me to try it again.
Mm. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, Pixel.
Awesome.
Honestly, like besides Lumi, obviously because she's my sister, but uh, I think Pixel, you are probably the second most motivator out of Twitch streamers for me to start streaming.
Yay! I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I think I also take a lot of inspiration from Pixel streams too.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you really have a nice community too, because I'm so used to like the my previous experiences with watching streams on Twitch was like largely like League of Legends. I watch a lot of like pro esports gamers and stuff,
Mhm.
or like large channels, and like in those really really big channels, a lot of times the chat is more reactionary comments than like conversations. So when I was hanging out on Pixel stream and there's conversations and stuff, I was like, whoa. And every time I pop in and everyone's saying hi, I'm like, whoa, friendly people.
Yeah.
People are talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not just seeing emotes flying by at 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about my own streams too, that I can have like conversations with people.
Hmm.
It's really nice. And I don't know, I think like your community, it's what you want it to be, but I feel like it also reflects the streamer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I think that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess so. Same question for you, I guess, Pixel. How did you get into streaming?
Oh, this was like I like to put it like this. There are certain games that I like to play. For example, the visual novels that I like to play.
Hmm.
Also Kingdom Hearts and a bunch of other games. I felt like my in-real friends didn't have the same interests as I did.
Okay.
So I wanted to find a group of people or a community that I could kind of fangirl and talk about these games with. So I thought, oh, and then I found out about Twitch. I did more research into it. And at the time, I had just met Helen,
Oh,
and
okay.
we had an ex-friend who
Okay.
is not our friend anymore, but that's a different story.
Okay.
Yeah, her goal was to be a full-time streamer, not have to work, and just kind of do streaming for the rest of her life,
Hmm.
which
Okay.
is the wrong way to go about it, by the way.
Yeah.
But she was kind of the one that introduced us to Twitch and OBS and showed us how it worked.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, I think it was mostly like just wanting to find more people that I had that had common interests. Sorry.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and to break out of my shell because I was very shy back then. Probably still am, but yeah.
That's cool. Well, you don't seem shy to me. At least in a sense of like being able to just go on camera. I think alone is uh challenging for most people, I think.
Oh, you didn't see the first few streams. I was like shaking most of the time. But yeah, you get used to it, and especially when you build a community and you kind of see the same usernames pop up, then
Hmm.
you get much more comfortable as well.
Yeah. That's some good advice from an experienced streamer.
I'm not that experienced.
More experienced than me. I pretty much everyone is more experienced than me right now. So I'm
Mhm.
like, to me, it's fascinating to hear, everyone's own experiences because I think everyone has their own stories to tell.
Mhm.
You could say they have their own tales to tell.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, sometimes we do pretty cringe stuff here.
I like it.
So you said that you were trying to get over being shy a little bit in streaming.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, do you feel like you've achieved that, or are you still trying to work on that?
I probably have gotten a lot better over the last few years.
Hmm.
Like when I meet people now, I'm able to talk to them comfortably and say hi and introduce myself.
Yeah.
Before I was probably a little more reserved, or I would have to think about it before I go over and approach people.
Yeah. I see. Are
Yeah,
you,
it definitely helped.
yeah. Are you a more introverted person by nature? Do you
I
think?
don't know. I've done a lot of tests and they tell me I'm ambivert,
Ah, okay.
which is like a mix of both.
Oh, I
I did
think I
not know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There are people who are like a mix of both and don't really fall into either category.
yeah.
I thought I was an introvert, but as much as I like spending time with myself, I crave social time with like close friends. Not like a big group, but like, a group of maybe four or five.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like I'm the same. I think you talked about that on your stream, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm similar. And I always thought of extrovert and introvert as like a spectrum,
Hmm.
uh, rather than a yes or no or one or the other. Uh, I don't know. That's my perception. I don't know what somebody who studies psychology probably knows better than I do. But yeah, I feel the way you describe yourself though, I feel very similar to that. Uh,
Hmm.
so I relate to you on that front.
Is that why sometimes you walk into Lunmie's room and bother her?
Yeah. Well, that's
Just
just
silly.
because I'm bored.
Just him being annoying
This
sibling.
is me being me. I mean, to be fair, it goes both ways. She does that to me too.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Sometimes I just go
Kind
in
of.
there and I just like collapse on the bed
Yeah.
and I just roll around and complain.
Hmm.
We heard you rolled yourself into like a burrito or something once.
Yes, I was comfy.
She'll literally just knock out on my bed, just curl up in a ball. I'll just be like, "What are you doing?" And she just like, I don't know, making zombie sounds. Zombie. I say either zombie sounds or gerbil sounds.
Zombie
I like
gerbil.
gerbil sounds.
So I guess speaking of knocking out, do you get really tired, Pixel, when you're streaming?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh,
That's why 12-hour streams are like no problem for me.
oh wow,
24 hours and over, it depends. But I usually make sure I have enough sleep and stuff right before.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because you stream like regularly. You stream like at least 5 hours. It seems like.
I know Saturdays is 5 hours, but weekdays, because I have work, I usually only do 3.5.
Oh, okay, okay.
I would like to do longer, but I wake up pretty early for work, so.
Hmm.
Man, I'm pretty amazed that you can stream so long. I definitely will get tired by the time I hit like 3 hours.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember your average stream time is usually 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, I've been trying to push it a little bit more slowly.
yeah. I remember when I was getting into Twitch again, I was hanging out in your subathon, Pixel, and I was like, this is so long.
Was it the
Which,
holiday one?
yeah, which one was it? Because she's been doing like longer and longer ones.
Oh, really? I think it was the holiday one.
Oh,
It was
okay.
around holiday time.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, and I remember going to sleep and waking up, and you were still streaming.
That's still on, yeah.
So that's wild. Yeah, I'm amazed that you can do that.
Oh, I told myself, well, maybe because my last one was a bit tiring, so I told myself I'm only gonna do two a year. one for my birthday and one for the end of the year.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that without just like passing out like live. Just I'll be I'll be knocked out in my chair.
I'm pretty sure a friend who did a 24-hour stream, and he was streaming with the friend, but the my friend who it's his channel, his stream, he like fell asleep.
Oh, damn.
So then his friend was like carrying the stream for like the next like 8 hours or so.
Oh, no.
That's so
Wow.
funny.
Dang.
I mean, it worked out in the end, but it's just funny how that happened.
Jeez. I don't know if I would ever do a long stream like that. Like I would have to I feel like I would have to take the day off from work like the next day or something.
Oh, that's why I always do it Saturdays.
Oh,
Or I
okay.
do it when there's a long weekend. So then it starts Saturday, it carries into Sunday, and then Monday I just sleep in.
Okay. Yeah, cuz I can't. Man, I can't imagine doing that just
I
on
mean,
a
I would
yeah.
I would also say that I think I feel like Pixel is also generally more organized than we are.
What are you trying to
And so
say?
when you have an organized lifestyle, it's probably easier to have the energy
Oh,
to like
yeah.
manage and plan those things.
That's
Yeah, I organize everything.
that's fair. If you live in chaos like we do, everything's hard.
I blame Hezru.
Blame me. What? What you talking about? I'm somewhat regular. Kind
What?
kind of. Look, I go in and out of being regular and not regular.
That's what irregular is. What are you talking about?
Would you guys say the two of you are more similar than different? Because, like, for example, me and my
In
brother are total opposites, but we do get along.
uh it depends on
No.
like what you're comparing.
Yeah, because people will say we talk similarly and stuff.
Hmm.
And yeah, I guess. Yeah, we're similar in some things, but very different in other ways.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would say we have a lot of similar interests, which is cool because we can like talk about similar things.
Hmm.
Um,
Hezru's definitely way more energetic than I am. Like, I have to bring
I,
up my energy for streams, and I feel like Hezru actually tones down his energy a little bit sometimes for streams.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I, it,
I feel like it. I don't know.
yeah, maybe a little. Um, I'm weird in that like the closer I am with people, the more crazy I get.
That's normal. I do that too. I'd say.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, so I definitely like I feel a little I don't know shy or awkward on stream on camera, so I'm maybe not my 100% myself.
Mm.
Not 100% insane.
Yeah,
Craziness.
it's not my final form. Um, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a conscious thing I did though, Lumi. Like I didn't,
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it might just be me. I don't know.
I didn't like consciously
My
think like
perception.
I'm gonna tone myself down. If it comes out that way, it's just probably just because I'm not feeling uh the most comfortable yet.
Yeah,
Oh, that totally
once
makes
you
sense.
get settled into streaming, you will unleash the chaos.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a good thing.
um, but I think one difference, other than that whole energy thing, I think one difference between me and Lumi is like our approach to, like our methodology and approach to a lot of things is kind of different.
Okay.
Uh, I tend to be um, how do I put this? More passionate when I'm really into something in terms of like wanting to drill into Like if it's like a game, being super competitive about it
Hmm.
and like drilling into statistics and strategy and all that. And I feel like Lumi is much more. She also has passion, but her passion is much more like she's like, I really enjoy this character, or I really enjoy this story.
Oh, we're talking about with regards to like
Oh.
video games.
Yeah, but like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Lumi, but I feel like that also plays into how we approach things in life. You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I'm passionate about things.
No, I'm not saying you're not passionate. I'm saying
Wait,
I'm,
wait.
I'm saying like the way we channel our passion is different.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I I
I'm
don't.
just imagining you sitting there like thinking about it right now, like trying to
Yeah, I
process
am.
this.
I'm
That's
literally
random, I
doing the
think.
thinking emoji.
Like just think about like when we have arguments, Libby. Like what do we argue about? Because sometimes it's like I'm focused on some detail, and you're just like, what is the point of this?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And then I'm like, you should care about this detail, and you're like, no. So yeah, I think we both have passion, but then our passion is like it's the way we channel and focus that passion is different.
Mm.
It's really hard to describe it to.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just gave like a very vague description, but that you know what I'm getting at, Limmy? Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. My thinking emoji face is turning into thonking.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
Okay.
The Pixel, you say you're very different from your brother,
Yeah, I think we are.
like like across the board, like interests, personality, everything.
Well, not across the board, just like, well, I'm organized. He's definitely not. He's more similar to you guys, probably more chaotic. Like when I visit home, his things are just everywhere. His
Mm.
games are just like in a pile. If you go to his room, oh my God, his room, his clothes are just all over on the floor. Not even one pile on the floor. It's just some's in this corner, some's in that corner. I was like, do you even know what the difference between those clothes and those clothes are? He's like, yeah, those ones are dirty. I'm gonna bring them downstairs later, and this one I only wore a day, and I'm gonna wear like another time. And I'm just like, what? And then there's like he leaves wrappers, and oh my God. But
All
yeah,
right.
he's pretty messy.
I want to be clear though. When I say we're chaotic, I'm not messy though.
I can tell by your room because I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Hezru might actually be more organized than me
Mm.
in
Uh,
terms of I think he has less clutter. I have a bit more clutter everywhere.
Mm.
yeah. I mean, we've talked about this before, but living in our parents' house is also a struggle because our parents like to keep everything.
Oh, are they hoarders?
I wouldn't say to the extent of hoarders, but
Oh.
It's just a result of living in
they,
the same house for like more than 20 years and stuff just, piles up.
yeah.
I don't know if it's like a Asian parent thing, but my dad actually does the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if I'm going to like I've thrown out like CDs and my brother has thrown out like old shoes that he doesn't like wear anymore.
Hmm.
Um and then my dad will take them, like CDs for example, he'll take them and he'll put them in his car because I don't know, he'll listen to them or something. My brother's shoes, he'll use them for like when he goes gardening.
Huh.
I think that it kind of is a little bit of Asian parent thing because like the
Yeah.
the mentality of like, wait, we can still use this for something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. The shoes story just like suddenly reminded me one time I think I bought sandals or something and they were like one size too big. And I was gonna return them, and then because my dad has slightly bigger feet than me, and then my mom was like, "Well, why don't you just your dad can use it?" And I was like, "Well, does he need it?" I'm like, if you don't need it, I'm just gonna return it. And she's like, well, I don't know, just keep it. Maybe he'll need it. And I'm like, okay. So just
But that's money you could have gotten back.
yeah. So I ended up keeping it. I mean, he uses it. I think he wears them now. And I ended up just ordering another pair for myself.
Yeah. Oh, that actually reminds me of another story of my dad. I bought him shoes for Christmas,
Uh,
and he didn't wear them until 2 years later
wow.
because his current shoes were still good.
Oh, I was gonna say why 2 years later? Okay.
Oh no, he was saving them. Pretty much.
That's yeah. I feel like Lumi. I think our dad is like that too.
Yeah.
Like he'll use stuff until it's falling apart. I'm a little bit like that, I guess, on some things. I think it has to do with being an immigrant, partly. I feel like there's,
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a little bit of like when you immigrate, there's this idea of trying to get like the
Trying to
best
be
of,
frugal.
yeah, you're trying to be frugal and try to get the best value out of things because you're in a new place and you're trying to not waste your opportunities in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I get where they're coming from. It's just a little crazy sometimes. Huh. Yeah, but I don't know if so Pixel, I don't know if you this is something I talked to Lumi about before, on the topic of like how our parents are and how we are. Do you I mean obviously you live with Perilous, your fiance, right? You're engaged?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. You live with Perilous, and do you feel like you live differently than when you know, were still living with your parents whenever that was?
Oh, yeah, totally. Partially because like I'm living with Peerless and he's a particular way, but
Okay. Whoops. All right, I didn't mean to
I don't
put
know.
Perilous on blast or anything.
I don't know. I didn't mean that in a bad way because like
Okay.
he's similar to like my mom, right? Where
Okay.
he how do I put this? Like I'm super lazy, right? So for example, if I'm cleaning, I will I will clean, but I won't pay attention to, certain details. So I'll probably miss some spots and stuff. My mom would be like, "You got to do this again." So that, like very very particular about certain things. But I don't know if you guys know, but like I don't talk about my mom in the present tense because she passed away 11 years ago.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been a
I
while.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to
in
hear
case
that.
in case you wonder why I don't mention her
Yeah.
in the present tense. Um, but yeah, with my dad, he's not as particular. But my dad is also the type of person where he kind of keeps to himself. Like I'm
Okay.
closer to my dad than I am with my mom, but he kind of respects my privacy. I think it's partially because I'm a girl. So
Okay,
he
yeah.
doesn't want to. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But he also told me like he's not worried about me because he knows like I'll make good decisions and
Aw.
I'll yeah, like he's like
Sweet.
you're good on your own. Yeah. You're an independent person. You're good. Your brother I might have to worry about a little bit.
That's nice. Oh, I mean, not about worrying about your brother, but that that your dad trusts you that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, but in terms of living, yeah, I think it's a bit different. I think because my dad used to work part-time at nighttime,
Mm-hmm.
so I was mostly at home by myself with my brother, and then we would like talk to each other, but we'd also be in our separate rooms. So I
Okay.
feel like I was more doing whatever.
Hmm.
And then here, in the condo, it's a much smaller space.
Hmm.
There's no upstairs or downs. It's just kind of one
Yeah.
giant room, two rooms.
Yeah.
So whatever I do, he can see.
Yeah, because I remember Lumi. We were talking about this before of like, because now we're both, you know, back in our parents' place right now, and for me, it's a temporary thing. For Lumi, I don't know. You're figuring stuff out, but
Yeah.
um, but we all lived, independently at some point because of college, right? We were in dorms or apartments or whatever in college, and I feel like,
Um,
yeah, I feel like that that was like eye opening to me because I realized I'm like when I live alone, I live very differently than when I'm with my parents.
mm. Yeah, when
um,
I lived with my parents or my dad, sorry, I was
yeah.
also more like respectful of everything,
Mm,
if that makes sense.
okay. But what do you mean respectful of? Like in what regard?
Cause like it's his house
Oh,
and you know, cause
yeah,
I didn't want to intrude on anything or throw any random parties or stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
that makes sense.
mm,
Hmm.
But yeah, it is pretty different for one of the biggest things for me is like just like sometimes just basic chores. I've
mm,
realized that like, like, I think my parents have their own system. I have my own system, and so that
mhm,
does kind of clash sometimes.
mm.
Oh yeah, definitely clashes. I get into arguments sometimes with our parents because like I have my way of doing things and they have their
Mhm,
way of doing things and we're all adults now, so it's just like I don't know. I wouldn't say there's a right way of doing things. It's just different.
mhm,
And so when I'm back here, um, I'm used to my way now because I've lived by myself actually a lot of my adult life.
okay.
So I've developed my own systems, which is something. It's interesting. This is something I've talked about with some friends. Is like sometimes I don't know if I'm. This is a good thing or a bad thing that I'm like getting used to living alone.
Mhm,
Um, but yeah, when I come back home here, I definitely clash on certain things.
mm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
So it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, if you and your parents clash over those things because you're living in their house, do you kind of stick to the way you do things, or do you kind of conform to the way they do things?
I mean, I think I do my best to conform to what they want,
Hmm.
and that's just sort of I don't know Asian upbringing, I guess.
Hmm.
Like,
I would do the same.
yeah, I feel like there's this whole like you're under their house, their roof, so
Hmm.
you do the best to accommodate what they want.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. Lumi, do you feel that way, or are you like nah?
Oh yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's kind of interesting when I think about it. Like, it does feel like an Asian thing where even though kids become adults, uh, you're still never really considered, a guest per se in your parents' home. You're still part of the family, if that makes any sense. Whereas I would imagine for some households, once you're an adult, uh, like the dynamic like kind of changes with parents. But for us, it doesn't change that much, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
I can kind of see what you're getting at. Yeah, because I've definitely heard of like families where it's like kid turns 18 and it's just like you're out on your own kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think traditional Asian culture is very family focused. Uh, I feel like it's not just an Asian thing though. I feel like there's a lot of cultures that are like that.
Yeah. Any cultures
Yeah.
that have emphasis on family, I think. Or
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like the, I don't know, I like that feeling. Maybe because, like, having a large extended family, I like that feeling of, like, you, everyone comes home to this place, no matter how old you are.
Hmm.
It's true. Talking to some of my friends, I have noticed that we, at least for us, we're like we keep in contact with aunts, uncles, cousins. Whereas I have some friends who just like they just don't like know their cousins.
Yeah. Pixel, you have a large extended family, right?
Yes. On my dad's side, there he has, including himself, 7 siblings, and then on my mom's side, I believe there's 8.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I
Dang!
have a lot of cousins.
Wow, I thought we had a lot of cousins.
Well, my
Yeah.
dad's side, they're not here, right? But my mom's side, even then, there's like 8 of them. Well, technically 7. Um, but yeah, they all have like their own kids. I want to say like 2 kids each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of cousins. Do
Yeah.
you do
But
you
we also get, oh, sorry.
well, I was just gonna ask, you know, do you chat with them, meet them often, or
Yeah,
yeah?
on my mom's side, we used to meet up every holiday. So even though we don't celebrate it, Easter, Chinese New Year, Christmas, what other random holidays are there? Victoria Day, we would just get together for barbecues and stuff.
Wait,
And then some of the adults started using Facebook, so we created a Facebook group.
Oh wow.
wait.
It's really random, but
What's
yeah.
Victoria Day?
Oh, sorry, it might be a Canadian thing. Sorry.
Wait,
But it's a civic holiday.
oh, okay. I've never
Yeah,
heard
we
that before.
we celebrate Queen Victoria's because we Canada used to be like a British colony, so
Yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense. Sometimes I forget you're in Canada.
Yeah. if, for viewers who didn't know, Pixel's Canadian.
Yes, I'm Canadian.
Yeah, she. If you haven't figured out by now, she's Asian. First of all, and she's Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That you meet up with all your family still, or your
Mm.
on your mom's side. I actually we're kind of the same, Lumi.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah, because
our
our
mom's.
dad's
Yeah,
yeah, our dad's side is in Taiwan and our mom's side is in the US.
Mm.
yeah.
Are they all close by, like the ones on your mom's side?
Uh,
Uh,
sort of.
some of them are close, some of them are in other states.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of them are in the Midwest area.
hmm.
Uh, so kind of close, I guess. I feel like the Midwest is really spread out here, though. So
Yeah. At least for like Christmas time. I mean, it's been a little bit harder in the past few years, but growing up, always like Christmas time, everyone would get together.
yeah, yeah. And I think we started doing like a Facebook group thing also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so let me. I wanted to share this embarrassing story since we were talking about us being Asian and stuff, but
Yeah, you sent me a couple of things that we were going to talk about, and I saw one of the points. I was like, "Wait, what?"
yeah, I have
Mm.
to. I have to apologize to Pixel
Okay.
because uh, I we rated a streamer one time that I suggested, and then we went into the stream, and then I was like, "Hey, Pixel is also Taiwanese,"
Oh yeah.
and then Pixel was like, "No, I'm not," and I'm like, "Oh shoot."
Oh no, well I said it politely. I was what did I say?
Yeah, I'm
I said
paraphrasing.
actually I'm not, but I can understand why you think that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I felt like such a freaking idiot. I was like, "Oh my gosh." I just
Oh no.
um
Yeah.
but yeah, like I guess going back to what you said, like when I first watched your stream and we were talking about C-pop and stuff. I don't know why. I just like assumed in my head I kept thinking you were Taiwanese.
I think because I named a lot of Taiwanese artists. Because when I talk about C-pop, I either talk about Hong Kong artists or Taiwanese artists. I don't really listen to a lot of mainland stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And like Chinese dramas that I watch, they're mostly Taiwanese dramas. I don't like,
yeah,
well, because mainland dramas are more like the olden day imperial stuff.
yeah. Like
Mhm.
period
Yeah,
dramas and stuff.
yeah, I'm not into those.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Pixel, if you're not Taiwanese, what is your background?
I am Canadian. Well, technically, I'm Canadian first.
Yeah.
But my parents have a complicated backstory. Okay,
Oh.
so great, my grandparents on both sides, they lived, I want to say like South Guangdong area in China. But
Okay.
then because of war and I'm assuming famine and all that, they moved to different countries. So my mom's side, they immigrated to Laos, and then my dad's side immigrated to Vietnam. And then
Wow.
they both came to Canada and met here. And then I was born.
Wow. It's
But yeah.
a lot of immigrating going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of immigrating. Oh, but I did take one of those 23andMe tests,
Oh yeah.
and then apparently I am 100% Chinese. I was not
Wow.
expecting that. I was like, I thought it'd be like a mix of
Huh.
something else because there have been so much moving around.
Yeah.
But no, I'm still 100%.
It's so interesting. Like, so
Huh.
like ethnically Chinese, but then also there's this history of like moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
interesting.
and my mom's side, my dad never learned Mandarin until I was born. Apparently, I taught him Mandarin because it was all I could speak when I was a baby.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, it's really interesting. But then my mom, when she went to school, she learned Mandarin from a Taiwanese lady. So then, I guess when she
Oh.
taught me Mandarin, it has like a Taiwanese accent. It's not as what's the word? Like
Uh.
I feel like mainland Mandarin
Authentic.
is more. No,
I don't know what's the word.
we're
they
talking
like
about food.
I don't know. It's
because
vocabulary is not my
mainland,
strength.
yeah, mainland Mandarin is more like they roll their R's and they use their tongue a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, especially in
Yeah,
yeah.
whereas I feel Taiwanese Mandarin is easier to understand because it's more clear.
Okay.
I don't know if that
I
is accurate, but
I heard one time that like uh um I don't know if this is true. So
Mm.
so if I hope people don't get mad at me if I'm wrong. I heard that news reporters in China would actually try to mimic Taiwanese Mandarin accents
Oh,
because it's less of a heavy accent for Mandarin.
It's interesting.
mm.
I mean, I know there are a lot of accents. Like there's many dialects
Yeah.
in China, but even Mandarin there's many like accents depending on the region and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
That is so interesting, Pixel, the way you like your family history of moving around and then also the way that you depict a Mandarin is also very interesting. Huh.
Yeah. That's such an interesting background.
Hmm.
And then to have 23andMe just come and tell you, yeah, you're 100% Chinese.
I'm 100% Chinese. It's like, oh, okay. Actually, it's funny. I told my brother that because he wanted to do the test too. And I told him, oh, you don't have to. I did it. And then I told him we're 100% Chinese. And then he's like, oh, that's boring.
Yes.
I'm just
You
like,
just
I
saved him
guess.
money on the test. He doesn't have to do it.
Exactly.
Huh. Hezru, we should do it. I'm really curious
What,
also.
the 23andMe?
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I wonder if it does it pick up on like Aborigines?
Yeah, it does. It told me, I think on my, was it my mom's side or dad's side? One of their sides.
Uh,
We have like, I don't know if that's the right word, Aboriginal Chinese blood.
Or like
something.
yeah, or like
Yeah.
indigenous basically.
Indigenous.
Yeah, indigenous, I guess Chinese people. And then they
Oh.
said that not a huge population or not a huge percentage of the population has that.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently we go very far back.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
It's pretty interesting because isn't technically because China like yeah everyone's like most people are Chinese but
Hmm.
technically isn't there like ethnicities within Chinese, right?
Yes.
Because there's like
Yeah.
Han, like I know like Han Chinese, and then there's like other,
Oh,
you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's like even more detailed like divisions and stuff.
yeah. I don't know all the details of that.
I'm very
Actually,
curious about that.
they narrow it down to like what region and like what city and stuff too.
Oh,
Like
okay.
where most of your relatives would have been.
Wait,
Oh, I
really?
did.
On 23andMe?
Yeah. Yeah, they show you on a map.
Whoa, okay. That's a lot more detail than I thought it would give.
Mm. It's pretty
Huh.
interesting.
Mm.
Because Hezru and I are, our parents grew up in Taiwan, and I think our grandparents are mostly from Taiwan. We have like our paternal grandpa is from China though, right?
Yeah.
I
He's
think, yeah.
from yeah, he's from China. I believe he's from Fujian province, I think.
Okay.
And then yeah, he went to Taiwan during the like civil conflicts and the wars. And then he got stuck in Taiwan and stayed there.
I don't know the full story, but yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I know it was something like he completely lost contact with his family in China at one point.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow.
And this is back in a time when you had to write letters to people. There's no email and stuff, so it was hard for him to reconnect with his family.
Actually, I never asked you guys. Are you guys born in the U.S. or were you guys born in Taiwan?
Oh, we're born in the U.S. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Wait, what about you?
I was born in Canada
Okay.
because my parents met here.
Oh, yeah. It's similar thing for us. Our parents met here in the U.S. and then yeah, we were born in the U.S.
Mm.
Do you ever feel like it's being an Asian Canadian is different than an Asian like U.S. Asian American in the U.S. Or do you feel like it seems pretty similar?
I feel like it would seem very similar depending on where I am.
Okay.
So I have been in areas in the US where there aren't that many Asian people.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like whenever I walk around, people are staring at me. Usually it's like the smaller areas.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a big city, then yeah, it just feels the same.
Okay. Because I was thinking about this before we before you were gonna come on. I was like, wait, I don't think I actually know anyone Canadian.
Really?
Yeah, you're like my first Canadian friend.
Yeah, same. I think. I mean, I've met a few other Canadian people, also through Twitch though. But also for me, also I forget sometimes because we just feel similar.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, I just forget that you're Canadian sometimes, but I don't know. From what I can tell, I feel like it seems pretty similar to me.
Yeah, it is pretty similar. But I've also lived I've lived around Toronto my whole life, right? And Toronto's a pretty big city.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's different in like different areas.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is Toronto? I mean, I always just assumed that Toronto is one of the bigger cities in Canada, right?
Yeah, Toronto is like Canadian New York.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there a couple times, but it's kind of sad that I have to ask that question, having been there. But
I went there when I was really little. I don't remember it.
oh
It's
yeah,
much different now. Lots more food places.
Should go again. We should meet up and eat all the food.
yeah. I remember going to some mall there last time. Not the whatever Pacific Mall or whatever.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to say Pacific Mall.
Not that. It was like a big like shopping mall. Looked pretty modern. It was huge. But I met up with because I went on a road trip with friends to Toronto, and my friend's cousin was studying in Toronto at the time, so we met up with his cousin there.
Oh, you probably went to Eden Center. Was it
Maybe.
downtown?
Maybe. I just remember it was a really, really big mall.
Yeah, Eden Center's at the heart of downtown, and it's surrounded by a few universities.
Okay.
So if your cousin went to school, it's probably the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I think there's like 3 floors or something,
I
but
see.
each floor is like really long.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember if the building seemed really long, so maybe that's what it was.
And there's like a high ceiling.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, what'd you do there?
I don't even remember what did we do there? I think we met up with my friend's cousin and we had lunch, I guess, and I just remember I had poutine.
Oh yeah. Poutine.
We were just meeting up because we were going somewhere else after that. I can't remember what we did. It was a wild trip. I think we packed way too many things into not enough days, so it was somewhat of a stressful trip.
What was the most memorable?
Um, like at Toronto.
Yeah, during your time here.
Um, I remember going up the. I mean, it's very touristy, but that whatever the
CN Tower.
yeah CN Tower. Yeah,
Did you stand on the glass?
I did.
Hezru, is this when you went on a road trip or when we went as a family?
Road trip with my friends.
Wait, so you went again? Because we went there as like our family went, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well, you know I went on that road trip, right?
yeah, I know. No, I'm saying like we also went. So you went because I remember going up the CN Tower also.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, the glass
Oh,
floor. You
okay.
were all
I
freaked
was.
out, and I was running around on it because I don't know. I guess I wasn't that scared of it.
Oh,
Oh, so Hezru was freaked out.
I think I was less freaked out the second time around.
Ah.
Oh, I forgot we did that as a family. Okay. All I remember was Pacific Mall when we went with our family, because like my parents were so big on going there.
Oh, yeah. They're tearing it down, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, they're tearing it down. There's two. So there's Pacific Mall, and then beside it there was like a more plaza-looking one.
uh-huh.
The older plaza-looking one, they're tearing that down for condos. And then for Pacific Mall, I think they're kind of redoing that area. They're gonna build another. I don't know, it would be the same size, but like mall.
Huh.
But they're trying to build like a condo community thing.
Interesting.
Yep.
I think Pacific Mall was big back then because like I feel like Asian food wasn't as widely spread at the time. Like it wasn't as popular, so like I feel like for our parents they were like, "Oh, this is like a great place where there's like all these different food options and little Asian shops and stuff."
Yeah. It was also where like the young kids would go to hang out with their friends, grab bubble tea, eat some Asian food. But now it's just a mall that sells cell phone covers and
Oh,
knockoff DVDs.
Yeah, I remember buying Louis, do you remember we bought like Yu Yu Hakusho VCDs from there.
Oh, damn, really?
oh, that's where we got it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We got these
Wait, and it was
yeah.
like shitty subtitles, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We got it like that was from Pacific Mall.
Oh,
There was
okay.
one store in Pacific Mall that used to sell authentic anime CDs,
wow.
but they closed down because I guess they weren't doing so well. But they were the only store that was authentic. Every other place would sell, well, the knockoffs with like the shitty subtitles.
Oh, see, this is why I want to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho because the last time I watched it was watching on those freaking CDs.
Yeah,
Didn't know what was going on.
you watch it in better quality, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
That's
we gotta find time to go to Toronto.
Yeah. One day, I travel everywhere. It'd be nice.
Just you and me,
Well.
Lumi.
Yeah.
because we've talked about this before. We're like we've never actually traveled as just like siblings. Like it's always like with our parents.
Yeah, and personally, I
Oh.
have always traveled with family. I don't think I've traveled without family before.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Not even like with like friends in a group trip?
I yeah, I don't think so.
Ooh, it's very different. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It also depends on which friends you're traveling with.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Ooh, are
I've
you?
learned that. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Oh no, I was gonna ask because
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Pixel, since you are an organized person, I was wondering if you're also like the type who plans out everything when you travel.
Yeah. Well, for example, I'll look up all the places I want to go, and then I'll kind of put them into certain days because for example, certain places are around each other. So then I'll tackle all those places because they're in the same area, and then maybe I'll just like stay in that area.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, but not like to a time to a T.
I
Yeah.
see, I see.
More general sense, yeah.
That's cool. I feel like there's always in a group of friends there's always the one person who tends to plan those things.
Mm,
There's
there is.
also often the friend who is just like doesn't plan anything and just does everything on a whim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to travel with those people. But I also feel if you're the super organized one and then you're traveling with someone who does everything on a whim and doesn't really care, it kind of I don't know, it makes it less fun for me.
Stressful is the word you're
More
looking for.
stressful, right? Like they're having a good time, but am I having a good time?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm doing all the work.
Yeah, no,
Travel anxiety.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm very much a planning type of person.
Mm,
So
yeah.
uh and I like to keep my schedule. Like I like to have a lot of like buffer time on my schedule where I can just chill.
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't like it when it's packed schedule because then I'm like I feel like I'm just stressed out the whole time about getting to everything.
Mm,
So yeah. And I definitely have friends
mm.
where I'm like I don't trust them to plan things.
Oh, interesting.
Like I know if they plan it sometime like it'll just not go well. Like
Mm.
like they'll forget to make reservations or something or they'll do something last minute and
Oh, wow.
it'll be all messed up.
Mm.
So yeah. If any of those friends are listening, you know who you are. Um yeah, I it would be really fun to go actually meet up, Pixel.
Mm.
I would love to go
Yeah.
meet up.
I thought about like, well, not everybody, but like the ones that we are really close to and talk to regularly. It would be nice if like we kind of all met somewhere and just kind of traveled, like maybe one of the cities
Yeah.
that's kind of in between everybody. Or if y'all want to come down here, that's fine too. Or we could all go to somebody's city and they could show us around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I mean, you know, Lumie and I have Chicago covered. If anyone wants to,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to come to Chicago, we
Mhm.
will show you what we can do here. Show you a fun
Mhm.
time.
Yes. There's been like new restaurants in the past few years also with really good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
I feel like Chicago's a little slow on the. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of Asian food, we're a little behind the curve on getting
Mm.
to Asian food here.
We have a
Cool.
lot of Asian food.
Yeah, I've heard and I've seen.
Oreo bubble tea.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want that so bad.
Well, I'll take you there first.
Nice. All right, we're coming up on about an hour, so
Mm.
man, time really flew by.
Yeah, it's really quick.
Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to you, Pixel.
Yeah, same.
Awesome. So, you know, so sorry, I'm just like blanking.
Stumbling.
I'm blanking out because I'm still in like conversation mode, but then I'm like, I need to wrap up the episode.
Yes, our usual signature feature of Catching Tales: chaotic opening and chaotic endings.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Catching Tales if I wasn't flubbing up the opening and
Confused
ending.
tales.
Confused Tales. But yeah, Pixel is an amazing person. Thank you for coming on, Pixel.
No problem.
You can catch her on Twitch. She
Where
streams.
you can let people know where we can find you.
Yeah, or I guess yeah, you can let us know. Where can people
Oh.
find you?
You can find me on Twitch under PixelPrecious. You can find me on YouTube, same name, PixelPrecious. A lot of compilations and random clips and some playthroughs. Or you can just hit me up on Twitter. Same thing, PixelPrecious.
Awesome.
Try to keep it universal.
Nice. Good branding.
Yes.
All right, awesome, and I'll include the links to all that in the description below. So check out Pixel. And yeah, thanks again, Pixel, for coming on.
No problem. I had fun.
Yay. I'm glad you had fun.
Mm.
Lunmie, any last words?
Nope.
There was a pause.
Of course. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.